Today we are once again looking at D35, a Master 5 Kiriko / Moira on console. They requested this review directly on my Google form, where they wrote, "I've waited for a game like this, because I feel as though this is the biggest weakness in my game. How can I play alongside ball effectively? I feel as though I'm fighting desperately for my own safety, and I find it harder to keep both my teammates and myself up at once. Is it okay to be selfish here, or are there ways where I can provide more for my team?" The reason I feel like a lot of people, even up to Master, struggle playing with a ball is because of how non-linear his playstyle is. You know, he's not just going to push from main, he's going to grapple in from behind, come in from all these zany angles. The only other tank that comes close to that is Doomfist. And I feel like, you know, what happens oftentimes is his team, the ball's team, the squishies and the DPS, will still push main despite him doing that. And, you know, they'll butt into the enemy tank. And that's why, you know, oftentimes it can feel like you're struggling and you don't have a front line. So my advice is to, you know, try not to take that linear approach. Try to approach from different angles, and especially pay attention to what your ball is doing when he engages and try to follow up on that. Like, you know, when he slams down, the lift on the enemies is a perfect opportunity to line up your shots. Those are the type of things you should be thinking about. I'm sure we'll get more into it as we watch the VOD, so first thing we always want to do is take a look at our team comp. So we got Wrecking Ball, Sombra Genji, Kiriko, Ana. Yeah, very divey. Everybody's pretty mobile except for Ana. So, you know, she might get caught out here. It could be a little tough. But I would like to see you, you know, once, like I said, pay attention to what your ball's doing. You could, like, play with your DPS, follow up on your Genji or your Sombra maybe. And I also want you to think about using Ana as an anchor. Pay attention to where she is. And you want to be able to swift step to her, not only to keep her safe, but also if you're caught out, you want to just have that, you know, have that ability to just quickly turn to her and get away. That's ideally how I'd like to see you play. Let's see how it actually goes. Yeah, see, so your ball's approaching from the side. You can spam early, but yeah, you guys got here a lot faster than the enemies too, though, so definitely pay attention to your Genji. He still needs healing. Yeah, we kind of turned away from him there. Nice headshot, though. I hear Reaper behind you. You want to... Yeah, you kind of died fast there, but... Yeah, so you're kind of, you know... You kind of just pushed from main here. You kind of hung out waiting to line up those kunai shots. Meanwhile, you know, your ball is rolling around. Your Genji was playing down on the arena too. So that's what I was talking about, you know. You don't want to push into the hog. Let your Ana really worry about dealing with him. Instead, you know, just pay attention to what your teammates are doing, where they're engaging from. We could have been like maybe over here helping Genji. We could have prevented the death, put more pressure on the DPS focusing him. Just type of things you should think about. You can't just like push and hang out main when you have a ball as your tank.
Done playing around.
No wonder I talked with Fire.
Okay, you guys got an early kill on the Reaper, which should be really good because he kind of popped off last fight. Yeah, see, this is good. See, your ball engaged, your Reaper's going in. I mean, your Genji's going in there. Pressure the life lever. Cool.
Feels like sunlight, huh? I'm with you.
You can poke behind your team. Try to pressure that Iari a little bit more, but that's fine. Yeah, so I saw that. Yeah, so your Genji and your Ana are both full HP. Kind of, you know, a panic Suzu because people were pushing into them. I just want you to watch out for that. Because that could be really tough now that, you know, they're still pushing in. Now your teammates are crit. Yeah, Reaper behind you. Good swift step away, though. Yeah, they're being aggro. You still don't have the cooldown, and you know Reaper comes in with the Blossom. So, you know, try not to panic Suzu when people push into your teammates. Wait for them to get crit. Use the Suzu to prevent deaths. Like in this comp, we can see, you know, they don't have like an Ana or Junker Queen, you know, any effect that we really need to cleanse. So yeah, preventing deaths should be how we use Suzu. Do have our ult here though, so we can hopefully try to retake this point. Okay. Little bit, you know, a little bit risky to just swift step right in the middle of the fight. I get you were trying to get away from the DPS. But yeah, we also Suzu ourselves when we're full HP. So I just want you to just be mindful of that.
Restoring balance. Just needed a dash of mischief.
Looks like we're gonna clean up here though. I think we missed the heals on the Sombra, but it happens. Yeah, Yari's coming after you desperately, but nice. Yeah, you can always, instead of, you know, if you find yourself caught out, think about wall climbing, back up, you know, just so you are on the high ground away from the center of the fight. That's how you get caught out and die, especially when you have no cooldowns. Yeah, this is fine. They're trickling in, and you guys are just cleaning up, so.
Soothing your wounds.
Yeah, I feel like that touching, you know, trickling into touch just doesn't work in Flashpoint the way it does in Control, just because of how much faster the rounds are. I feel like in general, like if you're at like if the enemy team is at like 95% or so, it's better to just give up the point and go on to the next one.
I'm here. Ultimate's charging. Be careful, Shimada.
There, your ball's pushing in. Nice angle off to get some damage out. Oh, I think we needed to use our Suzu there. Yeah, 100%. We needed to try to get Suzu out there. That's unfortunate. Nice try with the Suzu. Ana was a little far though, so.
I'm with you.
You can duel the Tracer. Oh, that's very, very risky because now you're in the middle of the fight with no cooldowns. So let's back that up. So you're playing over here. You hear the Tracer. So she's coming to engage you. And, you know, you kind of panic, swift step right into your ball, right into the middle of the fight. And then, you know, you proceed to panic Suzu as well. Tracer, you don't need to be scared of. You've already killed this Tracer in this game, so you've demonstrated that you have the ability to land the headshots. You just need to land a headshot and a body shot on her, and she's dead. If she comes to engage you, don't be scared of her. You need to make her scared of you. Like, you know, if it was Reaper, I could understand trying to get away, but yeah. Recognize the matchup that, you know, you have the advantage if you can hit your shots, and I would much rather see you, you know, angle off, kill the Tracer, and then you can go continuing to support your ball. Because, yeah, you know, we use the Suzu, like I said. We're both still full HP, or almost full HP, so at the very least, I would have held on to that until you got a little bit more crit, because now you're low, you're in the middle of the fight, and you die, so. Using your abilities a little bit too early, I feel like it's, you know, it's panic because you find yourself in the middle of the action. But yeah.
Let's get back to it.
Be careful. Get away from the hog. Nice swift step to keep yourself alive. Ana isn't as lucky, but yeah, we want to go for damage if it's safe, but just want to play very conservative here because it's just you and ball. Like, see Iari seeking you out. Yeah, I'd play a little bit more careful just because, you know, you're out in the open 72 HP. Honestly, you could think about just ducking back here, you know, poking out. I just, you know, want to stay a little bit safer. You don't want to stagger yourself. That's very interesting. We just, this has nothing to do with you, but I just want to point this out. We're investing Nanoblade into this fight when, you know, we're playing all over here and the enemy team is at 94%. You know, what's the likelihood, especially, you know, our ball died, he's coming back from spawn. What's the likelihood that we can get all the way over here to contest the objective by the time, you know, in this time, even say Genji gets a 5k, it's not very high. This isn't, once again, it's not like control maps. The percentage is a lot faster in Flashpoint. So that's just a general tip. Like, if you're this far away from point, you should not be investing ults. You should just accept that you've lost this point and just get ready to move to the next one. Once again, nothing to do with you, just a general Flashpoint tip that I wanna point out. We haven't really gone over Flashpoint on the channel at all.
I'm here.
You can wall climb up to high ground. But yeah, dueling the Tracer is fine too. I hear the hog audio, so you want to know where he is.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it works out.
I'm on the objective. I'm grateful. My gift to you.
Alright, that's a little risky once again. Swift stepping into the fight. You don't know what's going on. Last thing you want is to just get caught out and die. Like that right there. Too. You have no cooldowns right now. You are very, very vulnerable. I like this duel to Tracer. Relax, you got this. I don't think we necessarily needed the Suzu there. Oh, yeah. So I'm sure, I'm not going to harp on this because I'm sure that you probably realized this the moment it happened, but I think the timing for the Kitsune rush was fine. We just aimed it in the wrong direction. We definitely want it on the point, you know, so we can push in, our ball can take use of it, our team can control the space. Like I said, I think you realized that probably the moment it happened, so we're not going to go over it much more than that. See, like your Sombra could be using it. Try to finish off the Tracer. You could even just drop down and melee her, honestly. Yeah, I think, yeah, the Kitsune rush would have been a huge difference, but I want to point that out. So this was a good swift step into Suzu, and I want to tell you why. Because it's just a 1v1, and you recognize that. You recognize your Ana is low, and, you know, the Tracer is, you know, the Tracer is probably going to kill her if you don't come in. So you are turning this into a 2v1 where you guys have the advantage over her and keeping yourself alive. Or keeping your Ana alive, I'm sorry. There's a huge difference between this and, you know, swift stepping into a bunch of enemies like you were doing before. So, just wanted to point you out that was a good play. heal your Sombra. It's okay. I try to get that BAP. He's still low. Another thing, I want to just keep pointing out these wasted Suzus just because of how impactful of an ability it is. Ball's basically full HP. Wasn't a need for that. Maybe a misclick happens. And yeah, maybe we could have, you could have tried to swift step to somebody. I think both you and Ana dropped down when you shouldn't have. But yeah, maybe we could have used Suzu here too. So far, it doesn't so much seem like it's playing with the ball that's the problem. It's just you are playing a little bit too close in the middle of things, and you're kind of using your abilities at inoptimal times. Yeah, once again, you want to be careful. You just kind of swift step right in the middle of the fight, and you died again. So just back that up a little bit. We'll go here. Yeah, so you don't know what's going on. It's once again just very risky to swift step somewhere where you don't know exactly who's there and who's fighting, because honestly, it'd just be better to walk down here, let your Echo die, and return to the fight at a moment where you have your cooldowns ready to use if need be. Now you're like in the middle of everything. You're kind of just trying to stay alive, and you expend your cooldowns and die.
Time to get clever. Hey.
So this is fine. You can think about wall climbing up to one of the high ground areas just to get good vision, so you're not in the middle of things like this. Perfect. Okay. Little risky. Once again, you're in the middle of everything. Yeah. So I think there, you're like right in the middle of the action. Definitely make use of your wall climb to just get up on high ground where you're not like right in the middle where everybody can focus you down. Just try to use that in addition to your Suzu and Swift Step to stay alive.
I licked my wounds. Let's go.
For no one.
Looks like your team still holds though, so.
I'm here.
Yeah, I like this. Just be ready on this high ground to poke people out. You could even maybe go like where your Reaper is too.
Soothing your wounds.
Nice. Yeah, so just back that up a little bit. Your Ana, okay, your Ana kind of died fast. I'm not gonna really blame you for that. But yeah, once again, we're kind of, we were playing up on high ground, we were playing safe, but then we kind of just walk in the middle of the fight. Just look like, it's tough to figure out what to focus on in these cases. If you ever find yourself in that situation where you're kind of lost and unsure what to do, it's a sign that you're playing too close. Just, try to keep your distance a little bit.
I don't give up that easily. You take a lot of damage, huh?
Nano boost administered.
Okay, nice try. That's fine to, like, you know, your team is here, your tank and your Reaper were here. Your Reaper's nanoed, he's trying to use his Blossom. So, you know, Swift stepping in and Suzuing him just to make sure nothing counters him. I think that's fine. I just want to point out the differences between those type of, you know, Swift step Suzus and, you know, doing it in more risky situations, like where you have the disadvantage and, you know, there's a whole group of enemies who can focus you down or more threatening. Nice, we capture this point. So it all comes down to this last round. Yeah, be careful. Reaper's chasing you. A little early on the Suzu once again. Yeah, Reaper's still behind, so let's talk about that. So we're backing up here. See, we see the Reaper coming after us. We know he's chasing. A little early on the Suzu, but not really what I wanted to talk about here. You kind of stop here, and so does your Reaper. I think this is a mistake by both of you, just for the one lone D.Va. You know, D.Va does little tickle damage outside of the micro missiles. You don't need to be that scared of her unless she's right up in your face. Just recognizing that, you know, the Reaper and the Cassidy too are gonna chase you guys and come into this area. You can't just hang out and stop. You need to keep rotating, keep angling off. Like, you know, you could play over here, still be firing at the D.Va, back up, wall climb, all different type of things you can do just to, you know, keep your distance. You do not want to just stop when you know somebody's behind you chasing you.
That was interesting. Be careful.
Okay. That's a little tough with your Ana. Yeah, I mean, we could have seen where she was, tried to get a little closer to her, but that's also, you know, she probably, if I was that Ana, I would be looking to get close to you so you can Suzu me as well. So I don't necessarily blame you for that. Oh yeah, be careful. Reaper's in your face. So let's back that up a little bit. So Reaper's actively threatening us. He's being very aggressive. That can oftentimes be a sign that he has Blossom. So if we're going to pop this Kitsune Rush, we just need to know what could potentially threaten us. It's the same thing with like a Ryan with Shatter. If he's like getting in our face, if he's, you know, really pushing W, or you're on console, sorry, so it's not W, but if he's pushing forward, there's a very good chance he's going to come in with Shatter. So same concept. You just want to just know if you're going to pop your ult, you want to know what's happening and what they're doing that could potentially shut you down. All right, we're bringing out the nails here. Yeah, go for some damage on the D.Va. She's kind of AFK there, but that's fine. Think about target focus. Heal your ball. Heal orb. We're kind of cut out here. Nice job finishing off the D.Va. All the rest of that, perfect. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely like go with your team and chase the supports. That's fine.
Be nourished.
Master thanks.
Your enemy's coming. My ultimate is charging.
Join with me.
Again, it might not, like we were saying at the very beginning, it might be better to not just play like right on point. Might be better to like hide, maybe like go at an angle where you can like go after and harass the enemy supports as they push in. Just different things you want to think about. Like Moira's very good about like off angling being a distraction in the backline. A ball comp where, you know, you're not going to have that linear front line is a very good opportunity to engage in that play style.
Reforming you. You cannot escape me.
Yeah, Urana kind of got caught out again. Once again, I think, you know, your team is kind of playing a little bit too open. Not just you, but everybody in general. But it's fine. Looks like we're still going to clean up here. And yeah, there's no way they can test, so that's GG. And that's the game. Yeah, nice job. I think, yeah, once again, I don't necessarily think the ball itself was the problem. I feel like, you know, you just playing a little bit too exposed, a little bit too close, you know, and you panicking with our abilities, especially as Kiriko. That's what really cost us. So I just want you to be very, very mindful of your Suzu usage, especially, just because of how valuable of an ability that is. You know, try not to use it on full HP teammates. Try not to use it, you know, when, you know, people, like, enemies start to push into your team and you panic. Try to just hold on to it and, you know, save it to prevent deaths or cleanse effects as needed. Yeah, beyond that, general tip for playing with the ball, you know, try not to just stay in the same spot, pushing in a linear fashion. I want you to think about, like, different angles you can take as both Kiriko and Moira. You know, you can wait somewhere where you can, like, you know, just pick off one of the enemy supports, swift step back to your team. Different things you can think about. But that's all I have for now. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. If anyone would like to request a VOD review, check the link in the description, and best of luck with your climb.